Yeah. One take with Pretty Boy Laker here in beautiful New York City, the best city in the world, but we don't have the greatest basketball team. Just a quick NBA recap of last night's closeout events. And you could right now subscribe on YouTube at Pretty Boy Laker, or you could just watch the vid. Follow me on Snapchat, IG, wherever you may find deem to have your content with a different view than what you hear on TV, and a lot of noise in the background and trucks and everything going on. But first thing I got to talk about is Game 5s. You know, like I said, Game 5s is always my favorite games. Usually those are very pivotal games. Very pivotal games. Normally if teams are tied 2-2 or teams are down 3-1. I always love Game 5s. Just something about Game 5s. First Game 5 I got to talk about is Golden State Warriors versus New Orleans Pelicans, and Dub Nation is up. They was up 3-1. Packed house, always an Oracle. One of the best arenas that I've ever been to, and I've been to so many. And being at Game 5 of the NBA Finals back in 2015, my wife and I enjoyed ourselves. I've never seen anything like that. So, and friends of mine always say, yeah, they say, yo, playoffs to get like that. I'm like, wow, that's insane. That's insane. I said I went to a playoff game with the Knicks versus the Bulls in '92, and I was scared as a little kid. But with that being said, Warriors was the Warriors kind of coasting or whatever? Were they coasting? People make it seem it that way and feel like a little lazy. Even Steve Kerr alluded to that they're kind of lazy. They're not putting their foot on the gas a little bit. They're almost like going how you put your foot on the gas and stop a little bit, going this and that. Yeah, you give just a little bit, just to get a little jerk in the stop and then jerk in the stop. That's what people saying they're doing. I don't think I see it that way. More of a, they're cruising down an I-95. They're just relaxing. They're not, they're relaxing. If they feel like they do, they'll put their foot on the gas a little bit, go a little faster, per se, with it. This comes with their play. But just coming back to the Pelicans, because the Warriors won. They took care of business. But I gotta really talk about the Pelicans because I always like to talk about, if I could talk, I could go details on the game. I like to really talk about what they need to do next and what this summer's going to look like for this team. All right. They did ride KD and Jrue Holiday. It looks like these two guys they definitely will be back next season. Will they be even better is the question. Will they re-sign Demarcus Cousins? I feel they will, because you got to keep Anthony Davis as happy as possible. And I think Dell Demps was on a hot seat. To me, he was on a hot seat because he should have been fired a long time ago. And the playoff series win against the Portland Trailblazers extended Alvin Gentry. I don't want to hear people say, oh, they say no. They was talking about that stitcher before the series, and I'm like, yeah, you could talk about it, but when was it signed? When was it really agreed? You can agree. Man, listen, I don't even want to tell you about circumstance when they agreed to when they agreed to extend the coach, and next thing you know, they play, oh, well, you know what? I think maybe we'll go in a different direction. This has happened. But Alvin Gentry, he keeps his job, and so does Dell. Demps. But Anthony Davis said something about if we had Boogie, we will definitely win an NBA championship. Now, you guys are playing 2K in an updated 2K version. Hey, simulation, maybe, hey, I don't know, maybe they can win. But the game is played on the court. And to think that the way they play in the game and everything like that with the space and everything like that, can Boogie and AD with Jrue Holiday and these guys win an NBA championship? I can say never say never, but it'll be very difficult for me to say that they can. It'll be very difficult. But just getting back to it, you got to bring Rondo back. You got to work something out with Mirotic. You need him badly. Like, this team is going to go over the cap. And then my thing is, what's up with the fans of New Orleans? They don't appreciate their team. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Excuse my French. They don't have fans. The stadium is always damn near 3/4 empty. You're in a fucking playoff game against the Golden State Warriors. Excuse my French. That kind of upsets me because there's teams out there, cities out there with fan bases that wants a professional NBA franchise. You know? And you as an ownership group, you're not doing anything. You got a playoff team, for Christ's sakes. You have a top 10 NBA player, well, then the top 20 and top 15, two players, Boogie and AD. Come on. New Orleans, y'all got to get it together. Come on. Jeez. I think Seattle would pay an arm and a leg to have that kind of talent on it. You know? Come on. It's just a little crazy to me. But it was an exciting game. Steph and these guys, they did what they had to do. They just felt, listen, it was a closeout. Clay, they just alluded to, like, listen, we can't afford for them to go back home game 6. That's gonna give them momentum. So they did what they had to do. The next game was just two. Houston Rockets versus Utah Jazz. Now, first, I'm talking about Utah that props to Quinn Snyder. He's a good coach. Not saying great, but he's a really, really good coach. He has his guys prepared. Shift what he can shift. Give certain guys detailed duties while key players on their benches out. Key players on their just out. Just without Rubio, without Dante Exum, no matter what I feel about Dante Exum, they needed those guys. And those two being out, just more over the shoulders of Donovan Mitchell. The young kid Royce Oneale was playing. He played great. Alec Burks scoring 22 off the bench, was coming in clutch. Donovan Mitchell, Started off slow, but had that big 22-point third quarter. They couldn't even stop him. Then he got hurt, and he could come back in the game. Just had to watch, and it was just a real emotional thing. Like, this kid has put his heart out there, just do what he could do, you know, just put everything out there, trying to just do it all, you know. And it's a shame. It's, you know, it's a shame, you know. But going back to that game, also Chris Paul, he career high, and I think the commentators is emotional, saying it's like almost like saying Chris Paul won the championship. You know, oh, okay, it's his first time getting a conference finals. They got the confetti, everything going down. They keep going to Chris Paul like this is a crowning achievement. Listen, okay, he never went to the second round. He went to several Game 7 situations where his teams lost. And for some reason, y'all say he came up small and whatever. Man, listen, I don't know, but you know, congrats to Chris Paul, but you have your work cut out for you the next series. You're going against the defending champs, and this is not going to be some kind of cakewalk or something. They know, well, they know it's not going to be a cakewalk, but this is it. The championship is literally on the line in the conference finals. It just reminds me of Spurs, Lakers, and you know, Shaq and Kobe versus Pop and Duncan, and whoever wins that is winning the championship, because the other teams definitely didn't matter if they made the conference finals second round or made the NBA finals. It just did not matter. The winner of that was going to win the NBA championship. And they knew it. And they played their asses off. Shaq, Kobe, they would be prepared. Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich and Tim Duncan with Manu Ginobili, they was always prepared because they knew that the championship was on the line. Whoever won that was going to the finals. I don't care about Sacramento. I don't care about Portland. No. Those were the two teams that won the championship in that long time frame. Okay? And that was it. But yeah, congrats to Chris Paul. You know, he had 41-10. You know, Harden, he chipped in, did a little dance, stepped back, and I just love Harden. He's just like bring that streak element to the game. I think that's why that's how come he gets these All-Star votes. He's always gonna get the All-Star votes over Russ. You know, they're not gonna beat Steph. So Russ is never gonna, as long as he's in the guard of the Western Conference, he's not gonna start. You know, unless you put him at forward, unless they put Harden at forward. They love Harden. Harden, he's got that. He just got it. Like he dances and do that. He draws fouls and just got the street part of him. A lot of people like the street game. You know, it's like a mixtape. Love it. But yeah, the Jazz, their off season is looking kind of good. They bring everybody back. They may have a draft pick as well. So their off season is very, very bright. I love how they can be, if they get someone, can be potential be a potential juggernaut. You know, next season. So it's really unfair. But with that being said, hashtag Onetake, pretty boy Laker, the best, simply the best. and I'm out.